Hi, my name is Sarah Grandinetti, and I am a Being You certified facilitator. I'm super excited to be here today to talk to you about this thing called question. We are taught our whole lives to look for the right answer and to not ask questions. And one of the things I love about the Access Consciousness tools is that they really start you on the path of asking questions. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard that there's a worldwide pandemic going on right now, and that basically a lot of people are experiencing COVID in a different way. Meaning some get it and don't have symptoms, some get it and have a lot of symptoms, some get it and have some symptoms, and others get it and die. So what we're taught to do is to look at worst case scenario and then back into your point of view from there. And from that backing in, you create the fear of the worst possible thing happening and then live from that fear. So recently, I got a phone call from my 20-year-old son who's away at college. He's in another state. And he said, Mom, I've been exposed to COVID. I need to go get tested. And I was like, okay, go get tested. And there was no freak out. I hadn't been living from the fear of COVID the entire year because of the tools of access, because I didn't do the fear thing. And so when he called me to tell me that his test was positive, I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, so I have to quarantine and these are the things going on and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, I got your back. Let me know what you require. Hang up the phone. Guess what autopilot showed up then? It wasn't the Corona COVID autopilot. No. It was the mommy takeover, not takeover, take care of, or maybe takeover. Maybe I did mean autopilot. And so I jumped into action because I always did that for him. Anytime he required anything, how many of us just jump into action and go to try to fix this thing? So I started calling everybody I knew that had any connection to the medical field, asking a ton of questions. And a lot of people I know from out of the country. What are you guys doing in that country for COVID? What have you experienced? What do you know? I have a friend whose mom's a doctor in Brazil. I called her. I said, how is she treating COVID? And started to pull in all this information. And then I even had a friend in Mexico who I was trying to get to bring me some medication across the border that we can't get here. And so after spinning my wheels for a few days, and not really getting anywhere other than things I probably could have just found on the internet, I was like, hold on a second. Where did I decide that this was the way I had to behave right now? And when you hit a wall and like you're not getting anywhere, stop. Ask another question, because the question actually will open the next door of possibility. So I said, what else is available here for me to choose? So I got on the phone with my son to check on him. And he was telling me he had all the symptoms. He had the loss of taste, he had the loss of smell, he had a fever, he was fatigued. And I just started kind of flowing him some energy and asking him some questions. And I said, hold on a second. I said, Stephen, if you were to claim your reality, what would COVID look like for you? Do you have to do COVID like anybody else does COVID, or could you do COVID with total ease, joy, and glory? And he was like, oh my gosh, thanks, Mom. He said, I forgot. I'm Stephen Grandinetti. And I said, yeah, you are. Go be Stephen Grandinetti even with COVID. And he's like, thank you. And we hung up the phone. And I stopped searching for all the medications. And then the next day I called again and I said, hey, how you doing? And he said, Mom, since we got off the phone yesterday, he said, I haven't had any symptoms. I got my taste back, I smell back. I don't have a fever anymore. He said, I actually feel like I could go out and take a walk. I'm not even tired. He's like, now I just feel like I'm waiting around until I get clearance so that I can go back to my life. And I was like, wow. He was willing to have it be that easy. And because I asked him a question, it opened the possibility for the magic and the miracles to show up. So what magic and miracles are you avoiding? Are we all avoiding by never asking another question, by never asking for the magic and the miracles and the possibilities to show up with total ease? I hope that contributes to you. Go out there and ask a ton of questions and see what shows up. Bye.